Welcome back. We are jumping a few weeks ahead, and we're continuing. How many more positives will I stack up? Well, let's find out.
All right.
Nice little family photo. Nice touch.
Time to get going.
I like that reaction because it shows
Green.
the depths of his, how he is with his family. And I forgot to hit refresh on my chat, so that way I don't get fooled. Don't get fooled again.
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny.
2 weeks.
I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it.
Yeah, Elliot's excuse me. Elliot's not the pick fights kind of guy. He's more the if I can diffuse tension in a situation by having a discussion or playing some music, then he's all over that, right? He's not above fighting. He will fight if he has to, but he's also not above taking the more peaceful option.
I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
Yep.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
No, that's going to require a particular field study. A particular chapter.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once. Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
Gonna have to pay... Excuse me. Gonna have to pay attention to the credits. Or, off-screen, go off-screen, watch the credits. It's at some point.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one. And especially that one. That was Patrick T. Higharms, and he is going to be the cause of at least 3 goddamn negatives.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
I didn't even realize that was in an express one.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions.
So, believe it or not, this guy's actually going to be an important figure within the Cold Steel series, Thomas Lysander. Now, don't worry, there's no thing where we find out his name isn't really Thomas Lysander. No, he is Thomas Lysander. It's just there's a plot line involving him, and leave it at that for now.
A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
The place where Dreikel's first started to gather his army was the... So, this is an interesting thing where you can actually use knowledge that you have of other stuff. Because if you've played the Crossbell games, you can eliminate Crossbell as one of the potential answers. Because Crossbell is only 70 years old, and we're talking about something that happened a quarter of a millennium ago. The answer is, of course, the Nord Highlands. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him into the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Okay, I admit I like this. So, you know what? I know that it's me heaping more praise on this game, but I mean, come on. You know I gotta do it. Doodad usage. Because there is some good doodad usage happening here. So, and this is a great example of this because because they actually use Elisa's notebook to kind of characterize her a bit more in regards to, well, the fact that that eventually this whole feud between her and Reen will go the hell away. Guess he didn't need my help after all. So, yeah. And now we get into academic points. So, just like with BP and DP before it, AP is, well, the equivalent of the bracer points and detective points of previous games. The more you gain, the higher your rank goes, and you gain rewards as you increase in rank. And specific things will trigger you to gain bonus EP. So, there you go. If I'm not mistaken, there is a trophy for gaining the highest level. I, of course, did not gain a trophy for any of that. So let's double check my trophies here. Whoa. Okay, let's not so. The final chapter. Those are all chapter things. Means whoops. Yeah. S rank on any chapter. So yeah, there's ranks here. Follow-up text. Could have sworn there was something. Could have sworn there was something for that. Okay, well, there's that. Ah, yes. There is a trophy for gaining the highest rank. You can miss a few of the bonus points, so don't be too worried about that. Because there's no trophy for getting the max amount of points. No. No, they actually do... they actually are better than that on that, so... So, there you go. So, yeah. AP. Oh, and then it explains it right after I said it. Excuse me. Okay, that actually is kind of funny. But, yeah.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very, very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you've joined a club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. And though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. And did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Has you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone would do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need to pick up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is it's something absolutely essential for your school life. And somebody needs to go get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, or at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Well, that's... to quote Mr. Popo in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Well, that's fucking ominous. Okay, so... still don't have it. Okay. Noble escort? What does that even mean? Oops. So, yeah. So, I am going to be... Oh. If I remember correctly, the Student Union building should be to the east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent, though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. There's more to Thor's than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium, used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to athletic activities such as practical exams. Gymnasium is for general training purposes. It has a pool and a training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the de facto place for orbment maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Thor's. The library, holding a bunch of various things. if you want to go into the world building aspect, actually, that reminds me. I actually like this game's approach to world building. We'll put it here. And actually, you know what? No, because then I'd have to retroactively give it to older ones because they did the exact same thing. Never mind. Plus for world building, because yeah. So the student union building has cafeteria and that sort of thing. So. Oh. I can't do that yet, but what you can do is if you come over here, you can actually encounter Lisa. Come on. Well, she's passionate to say the least. Oh yeah, I guess I should also add good NPC chatter. Because, yeah. Because there is that. God, so many things. All of the things! All of the things! All of the things! All of the things! So, Lisa's over that way. Ah, Monica! I guess this is where the fencing and swimming clubs are located. Not exactly what you'd call athletic, but it still might be worth checking them both out. I mean, we're at a military academy and all. There's not much point to being here if I'm not healthy. Very true. Fascinating. I suppose there are some things we can only do while we're students. It looks like there's a lot to learn. I could learn in this club. So you can actually see them see the other students kind of contemplating which clubs to join. I actually kind of like that. That's an interesting attention to detail, and one that you wouldn't know was a thing unless you went around at specific points and talked to different NPCs. So
This should be the student union building.
So yeah, I'm all for this. This is actually great. I love this. Yes. Which also means I should probably give a background lore. And lore plus, because, yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I did not mean for us to hit 40 goddamn pluses. This is the story before I even get to my first practical exam. This is ridiculous. This is. I'm gonna AFK briefly. I'll be right back. Alright, let us continue.
I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
And this is where I would love to have Steve's soundboard, because I would absolutely be hitting the button for uh-oh.
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
I believe there's no right answer to this because, yeah. Yeah. Both of these choices are wrong.
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50 mirror. You got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that.
Not really.
Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
Okay. I am definitely going to go this way. Because I am actually going to try for the book trophy. I don't think I got all the books. I know I got the fish in one of the playthroughs, but I didn't get the books, I'm pretty sure. So, this is where you can come to learn a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and this is actually a change I like. Now that I can get into this. I don't have any books right now. Okay. Then after I get a book, I will go ahead and I will show that off. Imperial Railways. So, you can learn the history of the railways, so that's good. I'm not going to read out everything because that would be insane. Just straight up insane. But this is something I like. You don't have to select books from the inventory anymore. You can just read them in the notebook. I like this. It is such a good quality of life change. change that I love it. You don't need to bog yourself down. Oh. And if you were wondering why Machias was outside of the library, well, there you have it. On the first floor of the Student Union building, you'll find both the cafeteria and the campus store. As you might expect, the cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies. So, yeah. So, if we can go here and we can actually buy some stuff. These are food items, and they can be useful. So I do recommend if you have the Mira, grabbing these, especially tomato sandwiches. And then over here, I believe, what will be the campus store, or once he finishes setting everything up. So he is not able to. Excuse me. Ooh. He's not able to sell us anything just yet. Not that it matters. We don't really have anything to sell. Although we could easily do away with our Septarian Mass, which we have 254 of, which is separate from our Septive for very good reason. Septive Mass literally is just sell it. It's literally your money maker. So there you go. This looks like the place. There's definitely still someone inside. I can sense it. Well, we'll be able to do that in one because I am cheating with the bonding points, so there we go. I mean, yeah, it is still technically 2 playthroughs, but yeah. So, there we go. Alright. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
God damn it, game. Here we go. I love Toa. What can I say? Toa is adorable. She is this bundle of joy that I just can't help but she just can't help but put a smile on my face every single time she is on screen. I love her to pieces, and yeah. Absolutely adore her.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe.
Appearances can be deceiving. Evening Reen.
So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see. Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it.
And we should be chewing Sarah out for dumping it all on your lap.
Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right. But she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too. So I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Rien Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind.
God.
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Alright. Chapter 1, Unconventional Studies. You can now view the overall achievements and character tabs of your notebook. Alright, President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's our first free day, so I should get this done with tonight. You can explore the Class 7 dorm room on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Reen's room. Hey there, Reen. Something the matter? Toa gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Oh, thanks. Anyway, were you playing the violin in here? Sorta. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se. Just fingering emotions. The wind orchestra isn't meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get in some practice tonight instead. Wow, you're really into your music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too. It's not that much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Then I'd be able to play all night without bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. This should be Eustace's room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I've got your student notebook here. Very well. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you were up to? I was simply reading. Oh, what kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge your mundane little questions? Huh? Well, we maybe live in the same dorm. The two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you a license to intrude on my private life. You're right. I'm sorry about that. Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful of when and to whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. Was that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. But maybe he's got a good heart. Excuse me. Evening, Ring. What's up? Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. Here you go. Oh, I was wondering when that'd come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's got a really distinctive feel to it, though. Oh, what's that hanging on the wall? That's a sort of ornament made in the Nord Highlands. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. I see. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. Oh, you've got your brushes out, too. So I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. Will do. This should be Marcus's room. Who's it? It's me, Reen. I've got something here for you. I'll be right there. Sorry to make you go to all that trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? You got pencil marks all over the sides of your hands. Well, then you should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they're pretty hard, too. Oh, agreed. Besides, it'll be a chance to show up those snobby upper-class students. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Yeah, good night. Okay. That takes care of that. This should be Fee's room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I've got something here for you. Come in. Cheers. Oh, were you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you up. It's fine. I'm surprised you went to sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner. I didn't have anything else to do. You done? Yeah, just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. She's a unique one, that girl. I wonder how she ended up in a student here, anyway. This should be Emma's room. Yes, who is it? It's me, Reen. Ian, do you have a moment? Ah, Reen, I'll be right there. Thank you. Oh, on an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? I'm thinking I'll help out the student council. How about you? I plan on looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what the culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Alright, joining a club does sound like a good idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good. Alright, I will. Also, I do hope that you're able to make up with Elisa soon. Yeah, I'm going to try and talk to her again later. Good luck, but don't try to rush things either. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. But don't worry, I'm sure it will all work out in the end. Thanks. Good night, Emma. Good night. Thank you for bringing me my notebook, too. This should be Laura's room. Hey, Laura, are you in there? Is that you, Reen? I'll be right there. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Don't worry about it. What were you doing, anyway? You didn't hear me knocking and you're covered in sweat. I was just practicing with a wooden sword. I must have been so focused on my practice that I didn't hear you knock at first. That's some concentration, all right. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room, too. You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy it if I had someone to duel with sometime, too. Well then, good night. Good night. I need to give Elisa her student notebook, too. Right, here it goes. Who is it? It's me, Reen. What do you want? And what are you even thinking coming to some innocent girl's room like the room this late at night? Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Oh, okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand it over. Okay, just hold on a second. It should be this one. Let's see, Elisa, right? Hey, don't read that! I can't let my guard down around you for a second, can I? Sorry, I can't tell which notebook is which without looking inside. I really didn't mean any harm. Huh, or so you say. Anyway, hey, that's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then. Guess I'll have to back off for tonight. But it seems that R is just an initial. I didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands, though. Is there any reason she's hiding it? Not wanting to have insane amounts of embarrassment, that's why. So, choosing to rest will cause the date to change and the main story to advance. And we're gonna go ahead and do that because, yeah. Free day. Oof. It's only been an hour. I want to at least go for 2 before I end up feeling like I'm about... Even though I'm feeling like I'm about to pass out. Ugh. So. Excuse me. Oof. We have 3 tasks. There's the old schoolhouse mystery. This is the one that will be consistent from month to month. Principal Van Dyke will send a request. This is for investigating the old schoolhouse, and that will be the consistent mandatory task. Horrible delivery, which is from George. And a noteworthy loss. Us, with somebody having lost their student notebook over in the student union building. One from the principal, one from the engineering club. Oh hey, and one from another first year. I certainly wasn't expecting a request from the principal as one of my very first assignments. I hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about that one from the engineering club too. Sounds interesting. Well, I've got all day, so let's just dive in, I guess. You can now view your quest, the quests tab of the notebook. Okay. Some quests must be completed in order to advance the story. These quests have a have rec icon next to their name, and the story will progress once they've been completed. Quests without this mark are not essential for advancement and will disappear from the list if not undertaken in a timely manner. And we've also received 2 bonding points, which now leads us into bonding events. So, we gain 2 bonding points, and you will receive right, so okay, never mind. I thought there was a bonding event there. Okay. The weather's beautiful today. Right then, let's head out. At the center of Trista is a shopping district. Brandon's General Goods for stocks, ingredients, and accessories. Lesage is a boutique clothing store, footwear and accessories. Bookstore, Kina's bookstore for reading material. Kershay's Cafe, an inn, stocks food items. You can also pay a small fee to rest here and restore your CP. I was getting a little worried there when only the story was gaining additional points. Alright, so now we finally have access to the quick travel menu. So, quick travel menu. We have the ability to quick travel wherever we want. Alright. And the quick travel menu also shows those exclamation marks. This indicate the red ones are, of course, mandatory quests. It's not going to show me the other one, but any of the ones where you see a character portrait and a green exclamation mark indicates that that character has a bonding event. So, in other words, and this is why I have to debate the whole, leaving one out thing. Because here's the thing. I don't like being limited on that, especially considering it would help to be able to do it. They are still optional events, and I don't understand why they had to limit it like they did. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and give a fast travel plus. Because fast travel is the best fast travel has ever been in its entirety. So let me show you what I mean. I'm inside the Class 7 dormitory right now. Oh. And while I cannot just warp to any of the Class 7 dorm floors that I want, I can, however, warp to different floors of the school building and in different buildings places across the entire campus. It's good. This is the kind of fast travel that I like. Yeah. Fast travel. I love how fast travel works in this game. It is literally just go. Oh. And none of this you have to have been there before. Because I've certainly never been to the roof. Actually, I'll even show that off. I've never been to the roof yet. I just fast traveled to the roof. Or, at least I tried to. Whoops. But, yeah, you get what I mean, right? You can fast travel anywhere, and it's awesome. So, yeah, no, triple positive for fast travel in this game because, yes. Oh, my God. I'm feeling more and more bad for Cold Steel 3 because Cold Steel 3 just feels like it's going to have an uphill battle to climb. Oof. Man, the weather's perfect today. The fish are really going to be biting today. Looks like he's a student from one of the upper classes. Hey there, haven't met you yet. You've got one of those red uniforms, so I'm guessing you're from Class 7? That's right, my name's Rin Schwarzer. Are you a first year too? Yep, I'm Kenneth Lakelord, Class 2. I'm part of the Imperial Fishing Club. It's really laid back. You'd like it. But yeah, pleasure's all mine. Likewise, he's pretty laid back himself. Oh, especially for a noble. Oh, I take it the Imperial Fishing Club's about fishing? You catch on quick. Trist is supposed to be a great place for fishing. I hear there are a ton of different fish you can catch here. I'm just trying to figure out the right spot. Huh, it seems like you're having fun at least. You've done a bit of fishing in your time, haven't you? How about giving it another shot? No, sure, but how did you know that? Just a hunch. Well then, from one fisherman to another, we get the fishing rod and the fish notebook and the beginner rod. Are you sure I can have these? I feel kind of bad for just getting all this stuff for nothing. Don't even sweat it. The Imperial Fishing Club's here to spread the joy of fishing, so it's all good. Good. You'll be starting off with as a white angler, but don't think too much about that. Just fish away to your heart's content. What? Just ignore that for now. Oh, it's not all that important. Oh yeah, once you've started landing some big catches, come back and talk to me. I'll trade you some cool prizes for your points. Prizes? Points? What's going on? Now that that's all explained, it's time for me to head off. I've got some fish to catch. I'll be fishing at the pond on campus if you want to join me. I'm still confused about some of the stuff he said, but oh well. Still, now that I have a rod, it wouldn't hurt to start fishing again. Let's see, the label says it's made by the Lakelord Company. Wait a minute, isn't Lakelord his last name? His family must be pretty famous then, and I'd assume experts on fishing. He was looking over there, right? Seems like it could be a decent fishing spot. The pond he mentioned is available too, so maybe I'll give that a shot when I have the time. So now you can view the fishing tab in your notebook. So, fishing! The more fish you catch, the more points you'll earn, and the more stuff. Now, the way fishing works in this one is a little bit odd, because you can't just go willy-nilly with it. It is better, the fishing overall is better, but you will need to use ground bait to attract fish back if you gain, if the number of fish in the area are reduced. Right? Ugh. And give me a sec here. Ow. Ooh. Been sitting too long. Ugh. Not helping the fact that I'm actually kind of tired. Ooh. God, come on. Stay awake. Ugh, at least for a little bit. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead and show off fishing. Because I said fishing was going to be a plus, and I meant it. So when a fish bites, you hit X, and now it becomes a button mashing game. Ugh! Dang it. So with this rod, it's kind of hard to do. But if you had a stronger rod, you would be able to do it better. Oh, come on! Dang it! So yeah, this is not a great spot for the beginner rod. However, the one thing I will say I like about this is... Okay, I'm just gonna give up. Fuck! Okay. So, the beginner rod is the weakest rod, so that's why I was having so many problems. But here's the thing. When you upgrade your rod by finding fish you can catch with the beginner rod, you can then upgrade your rod by talking to Kenneth, and thus, as the stronger your fishing rod, the easier it'll be to catch fish like that. I picked the absolute worst spot to start off with to show this off, is effectively what happened there.
Right.
So... Alright, so... let's go to Keene's bookstore. We'll buy Imperial Chronicle 1, Chapter 1. Relaxation Through Music. A Graham Guidebook. And Touching Paintings. And if we talk to this guy, have you heard of Red Moon Rose? It's a pretty popular novel these days. As a matter of fact, I happen to have the first chapter of it right here. Here, why not give it a read? Are you sure I can just have it? Think of it as thanks for helping the student council with their work. And besides, giving you a free book makes you more likely to buy one from us in the future, right? Thanks. Next time I need a book, you'll be the first one to know. So, yay! So yeah, books have a very small window in which you can obtain them, so just be aware of that. Alright, Alright, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna warp back to the dorm. I'm actually gonna do the bonding events and then call it a day. Hey, because I really am just annoyed with how I feel like I'm about to pass out at any moment. Phew. You're looking pretty busy there, Elliot. Yeah, I just got some packages from home. Heavy ones at that. I just carried them up here and I'm already totally beat. I can believe that. Seems like there's food in one of these too, so I should probably look through them. Well, I am already here. Should I give him a hand? So, when you choose to attend a bonding event, it will cost you 1 bonding point. So there are 3 that are available here in this first free day. Hey, Elliot, Machias, and Laura. Now, because I am doing this as a new game plus run, effectively, I can do all three. But if it's your first playthrough, you will have to select two. I honestly recommend Elliot and Laura, because I actually like Laura's storyline. Call it Quark. You look like you could use a hand. Mind if I help out? Really? You would? Well, I would sure appreciate it. Phew. Well, we're done with about half of them now. I didn't expect there to be quite this much of everything. There has to be a month's worth of food here, not to mention a bunch of clothes and other daily necessities. I didn't expect this either. Now I feel bad for dragging you into it. My sister is just way too overprotective of me sometimes. Oh, you've got a sister? Yeah, an older one. She's always been a bit on the clingy side too. I mean, I'm grateful that she sent me a care package, but I wish she'd tone it down a bit. I'm not a kid anymore. You mean it? I think it's kind of cute, actually. You can tell that she really cares about you. Excuse me. Really? Oh. Is that sheet music? It looks like someone got a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I used to practice with this all the time back home. To tell you the truth, I actually wanted to enter a music academy before I ended up here. Oh, really? Then I guess joining the wind orchestra wasn't just a casual thing for you, huh? Well, I've always loved music ever since I was younger, but in the end, I wasn't all that serious about it, so I ended up choosing Thor's instead of a music academy. Weird, really? Well, either way, it'd be nice to hear you play that piece sometime. Sure, one of these days. And for that, you gain 500 bonding link exp. Link exp, if you form a combat link with a character, you holy crap. Ooh. You will gain more abilities the higher the level you climb in the link apps. So there you go. So yeah, that's the first bonding event done. Like I said, we're gonna go complete the other two, and then we'll call it a day. Out of character, not in character. Ooh. I was surprised to find that in spite of its quaint size, this town has all the shops you could possibly want. This cafe has a rather pleasant atmosphere too. It seems like the perfect environment for studying. Yeah, it certainly feels like a town built around the academy. I have to hand it to you, though. Oh, you're really dedicated to your studies. Just doing what's expected of a student. You should try to make a habit of preparing for classes in advance and reviewing new material afterward. Seems like a smart idea. God damn it. Maybe this would be a good chance to get to know him a little better. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Mind if I joined you? Not at all. I was just thinking of taking a break myself. Go ahead and order something. Yeah. You can tell this cafe has some high quality beans for its coffee. There's a rich flavor behind the initial bitterness, and the fragrance is utterly fantastic. Yes. I take it you're pretty knowledgeable when it comes to coffee, then? And mainly due to my dad. He's been drinking it as long as I can remember. Thanks to him, I started drinking it while I was studying, which gradually gave me a taste for it. Ah, that explains it. This actually makes me curious about the kind of person Governor Regnitz is. Speaking of which, is that tea I see you drinking? It is. I'm way more used to tea than I am coffee. The tea here is nice and relaxing, too. I'm not sure I'll ever understand the appeal. Doesn't help that I always associate it with nobles. In fact, I saw one particularly irritating noble arrogantly sipping away at a cup the other day. That couldn't be anyone other than Eustace. And how do you sip arrogantly? You have this smug look on your face as you tip the cup back towards your lips. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant. I didn't mean to sound like I was judging you or anything. I mean, you're not even a noble. Don't worry about it. Why don't you give it a try, though? Oh, you might actually end up liking it. I guess I could. You should try some of my coffee, too, then. You were right, this isn't so bad. Glad to hear it. I might actually consider having some coffee next time. I'm really studying. Keeps you sharp in the ears. Why don't the two of us, study here sometime then? Sounds like a plan. And there's Machias done. So there we go. Just one more. And then we're calling it a day because, like I said, I feel like I'm practically passing out here. And an hour and a half is a bit more reasonable than an hour or so. Hang on. Need the well. Good day, Reen. Have you come for a swim too? Not quite. I'm surprised is the swimming club's active at this time of the year, though. Well, it's true that winter swimming isn't for everyone. The water is rather chilly, but I think it makes for good training. Now, how did I know you'd say something like that? Would it be fine if I just hung out and watched the club for a while? Well, you'll get no objections from me. In fact, you came along at the perfect time. I was just about to test my short-distance swimming speeds. Do you think you could record my times? Sure, I can do that. Goal. That took you 22.34 seconds. Phew, just a so-so time. So-so? You tore across the pool. Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were part fish. Let's not go overboard. If I'm a fish, my father is a dolphin. In fact, he could probably outswim one. Maybe. But he's the Radiant Blade Master. His swimming prowess doesn't make yours any less amazing. No kidding, I could hardly take my eyes off of her while she was in the water. Is there a reason you're staring at me? Oh, no, don't mind me. I take it swimming is a specialty of yours then? Perhaps more habit than speciality. Legram is located alongside a lake, and I used to swim there in the winter to train. It seemed like doing so was slightly improved by my swimming in general. I don't know if the word slightly applies here. Given your upbringing, I initially assumed that you'd join a more combat-oriented club, but I see now that even swimming can contribute. But I see now that even swimming can contribute to your training. Hey, that's the hope. Excuse me. So, my father once told me there are things about the sword you can only learn by stepping outside of its shadow. I had every intention to put those words into practice upon entering this academy. Your dedication to the sword doesn't surprise me. The way it influences so much of your life seems very you. To be honest, I'm a bit jealous. There's no need for that. You have your sword. Heard you can do the same. I guess you're right. Forget I said anything. I see. Regardless, thank you for Regardless, thank you for timing me. It seems I'll have to train even harder from here on out. Best of luck. I know you can do it. And there we go. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I hate to have a session that ends this abruptly, I have to. An hour and a half is better than nothing, but yeah, this is another situation where it's like, where because I was up for most of the night, this is literally a situation where I have to unfortunately say that I will have to pass out. I still can't believe we added more frickin' positives already. But before I go, there is one more. You dirty sack of... Anyways, there is... But all the same, yeah, holy crap. Cold Steel 1 is definitely off to a running start. Like, it like bolted out of the starting gate today. Like, holy crap. For those on YouTube, this is still the same day as Session 1. So, yeah, there's over 80 pluses on the board right now. With only 4 active negatives, with 5 potential. But that's because I don't see any negatives right here. Now, hang on, before you go jumping down my throat, realize something. There have been Trails games that we have reviewed so far that have done that. Where they've started really strong and then they, like, jump off a cliff. Right? Azure was even like that, where the gameplay was actually doing really well for a bit there, and then it just started nosediving. So we'll see how that all goes, because, well, but yeah. So tomorrow, unfortunately, is going to be another short day, which is going to start at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll only be going for probably, well, I guess 4 hours, because I have to go to work, and I have to go to work earlier than usual by a full hour. So I will be chopping off a full hour early. But I will still be here at 9 a.m. because, yeah. And hopefully I won't be awake all goddamn night. It was worth it. It was definitely worth it. But it was still exhausting. So, regardless of any of that, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Next time for more Cold Steel 1, one of my personal favorite games that I've ever played. And man, is this score ever showing that. Because again, we just started. We just started. Like, we're not even... Hang on. Before I say that definitively, yeah, we're not even... We're, like, not even... We're, like 6 hours into this, and already... Eddie, this is how insane this is. I mean, granted, we've had games get decent scores within 6 hours before, so... And that score's only gonna go up. That's the best part. Until next time, Blue Wolf Alex the Lore Walkers signing out. Not just signing out, but also passing out. Have a good one. Hopefully I'll be less tired tomorrow.